Hey everyone, hope you're doing good. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another very different video today. A lot of people ask me generally about Germany, the job market, things like that. So I want to show you some real facts and data so you can decide for yourself how job opportunities are in Germany and so on. Okay, I'll put all these links in our description so you can also go through them, research the data yourself later on. So first of all, I'm going to show a simple stat. EU blue card holders. What is a blue card? Let's say it's a specialized visa Germany gives for specific high paying professions. Obviously, tech is one of them. Now, let's have a look at the data, how this has evolved. Okay, so the blue color graph is the number of EU blue cards that have been issued on an annual basis. If you see in 2018, it was 51,000, and in 2019, the total number of people is 61, right? So that means that, like, some people would have come and left, some new people would have come. The net increase was 10,000, then it was 4,000. I think 2019 to 2020 was not much because 2020 was COVID, right? A lot of embassies were also closed. Then again it from 65 it went to 69, and then you see the jump, right? 2021 to 2022, almost a 20,000 jump, and a further jump in 2023, right? From 89k to 1,13,000. So in general, as you see, this number is increasing, and this is blue card issued to all country members. Okay, so as you can see, it's definitely increasing. But after this 2024 data, we don't have the full data at the moment. So in order to dive a bit deeper, I had a look at another PDF where this data was given. So as you see, this is for only the first half of 2024. I don't have the full data, but from Jan to June 2024. So if you see EU blue card, right? You see this number, it shows 23,000. Okay, but there are two parts to it. So you see, without previous title is 7,750, right? And with status change is 15,545. What is the difference here? Status change means they could have already been a student, been on language visa, and been on some other dependent visa, and then they changed to EU blue card within Germany. That is what is status change. Without previous title, 7,750 means they came in for the first time. This is their first visa to Germany, right? So then, yeah, like it looks like in the first 6 months, about 7,800 visas have been issued. So maybe in the full year, it might be 15 to 20k, which is still not bad, right? Like, which is decent, maybe less than 2022 and 2023, but there is somewhat scope for growth. And if I scroll down a bit more, overall, like of all work visas issued for migration, you see 11% comes from India. And more specifically, if I go into the blue card numbers, right? EU blue card, as you saw, the first issue 7,750, right? Newcomers. In that again, India is about I think 20%. Yeah, so that's about what 7,800 means. Like about 1,600 or something like that, right? So this many new people have come in the first 6 months on a blue card to Germany. So if you have the work experience, it seems like, yeah, there are opportunities, right? That is one thing. On the other side, what's the reason, like, a job market is only okayish at the moment? A lot of people are searching for jobs, especially students. Why is that happening, right? So to just have a look at that, I look at that this Wikipedia page. So first of all, as you see, there are about 273,000 people of Indian origin, right? Indians or Indians who origin people who became German citizens. It's only 0.3%, right? We are a minuscule part of the German population. Just to put it in context, I think Germany has about 8 crore population, right? Let's compare this with just New Zealand, which is a very small country, right? Hardly has like 50 lakh population. In that, there's more people of Indian origin, like more than Germany, although Germany is 16 times more the population. So Indians constitute about 6% of the New Zealand population, whereas here it's only 0.3, right? So you have to take this into perspective. Since it's still not an English speaking country, we are a minuscule part here, right? So remember that. So definitely learning German is very, very important, right? That's why you still don't have many Indians, despite some English speaking jobs still being available in the tech space, right? That is one thing to keep in mind. Now, the second thing which I saw here was the number of students coming to German universities, right? If you see these numbers, right? So in the first, I think from 2008 to 2018, if you add them up, it's not even 1 lakh, right? And then if you see just the last 3 years alone, it's like what, like almost 1,30,000. Like that's half the Indians here coming within the last 3-4 years, which is a huge number, right? So in these days, like when I came to study in 17, 18, 18, 19, yes, there were jobs, market was good, and there were not as many Indians as you see. 15, 20K is decent, right? But when this number goes up to 45K, 50K, that's a lot, right? Especially if you're coming in as a fresher, you will find it challenging, right? This is too many students, I feel, for the the breadth of the German job market. If you have the skills, great, but still you're competing with so many people, right? Compare this to someone who came in 2014, 15. There were only 10,000 Indians coming. Market was still decent, but there was not as much competition. Now you have 5, 10 times the competition because the courses go on for 2, 3 years. So someone who came in 21, 22 is competing with these people as well. So about 1 lakh, 1,20,000 Indians alone are competing for jobs, and a good amount of them might be doing like computer science, data analytics, very similar field, right? So this is something to keep in mind. So the competition is very high. On top of this, in the last few years, Germany has also started a lot of Weiterbildung or boot camp programs where people can upskill within 3 months, 4 months in tech space, right? So a lot of local people here from other countries are also enrolling in these programs. So competition has become really, really big. Especially if you're a fresher, you're going to find it challenging. You need to find some unique selling proposition and have solid skills and somehow freelance or project work experience. Keep that in mind. Now, just one more thing to kind of wind up this video is, suppose you do get to Germany, you do get a job, right? Then there's also risk of layoffs, right? Like a lot of people are getting laid off these days. So there's one interesting fact you need to know, which is not there in many of the other countries, right? The social security system here is pretty good. So as you see here, right, like you have something called as unemployment benefit. You might be eligible for it. So suppose you worked for at least 12 months, right? You contributed to unemployment insurance. Let's say you work for 15 months, then you get laid off. Then what happens, as you see, is you'll be eligible for an unemployment benefit. It could be about 60% of your net salary, right, as it's written here. So let's say you are making 3,000 euro net in hand and you worked 14 months and you lose a job. Then for up to 6 months or 7 months, right, it's basically, I think, calculated like half the amount of time you've worked. I think there's a graph there, as you see, right? If you work 12 months, you get 6 months. If you worked 20 months, you get 10 months, right? And the threshold is, if you work 24 months, you can get up to 12 months, like up to 1 year of this unemployment benefit, which, as you see, is 60% of your net salary. So if you're earning 3,000 euro, you'll be paid 1,800 euro during your job search period for up to 1 year if you worked 2 years, right? Which is a cool thing, right? Like you can still manage your expenses pretty much. You're taken care of and you can upskill, and government will fund you to learn language or other tech programs as well, right? So this is a cool thing. If you come here, you cross the 1 year threshold, you are in for a a decent living here, right? Because you're kind of taken care of. You get the support for 1 year, and if you're good enough, you'll get a job within 4-5 months, no matter how bad the market is. So this is the actual benefit of Germany. If you can come here, get a job and cross this 1 year threshold. Nothing like that. Very few countries in the world offer something like this. I think only few European countries do this. So also keep this in mind, right? So this is the light at the end of the tunnel. But in general, as you see, job market is challenging. Yes, a lot of blue cards have been issued. Indians are 20% of it. However, remember that that the student influx is too much. So there's going to be heavy competition. You need to stand out. And of course, if you get through that, then you're in for a good life here. And as you see, just to reiterate the number, we here Indians are just 0.3% of the population compared to a New Zealand where it's 6%. Still, English speaking countries, more people are going. There is opportunity here, but do learn the language, do upskill yourself, do come in with work experience. You'll be able to get a decent job, right? Keep this in mind, share this with your friends. I'll see you again in another video. Till then, take care. Bye.